वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां विधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रवथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यवथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Kena Upanishad. This Upanishad, it is in the Samaveda. Mundaka in Atharvana and Katha in Krishna Yajurveda. Now the third Veda, Samaveda, the Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, is in the Samaveda, 9th chapter of the Tavalakara Shaka of the Upanishad. Among the 10 major Upanishads, Among the 10 major Upanishads, the Upanishad, there are two Upanishads which are from the Samaveda. One is one is Kena Upanishad, or this Upanishad. Other one is Chandogya. The important statement, Mahavakya, Tatatvam Asi, which occurs in Chandogya Upanishad. And this Kena Upanishad, which is in the Talavakaro Shaka of the Samaveda, and it is a Brahmana Upanishad. Unlike Mundaka Upanishad, Mantropanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. This is in the Brahmana Bhaga, the Brahmana portion of the Veda. Veda, we know, can be divided into Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Upanishad. So this is in the Brahmana portion of the Veda. But still it's Upanishad because it presents Jiveshwara, Ikyam, the teaching. So therefore it is. In fact, Ishavasya Upanishad also, it is not at the end. There are some Upanishads like that. Even though Upanishad, we say Vedanta at the end. Some Upanishads not at the end. So this Upanishad is a Brahmana Upanishad because it occurs in the Brahmana Bhaka, Talavakara Shaka of the Samaveda. And we know since knowledge is involved, therefore it has to be given in the form of a teaching only, a dialogue. There are different types of dialogue in general. So dialogue could be a discussion, just a discussion between two person, two or more than two, and they are committed to find out the the truth of the given subject matter. So there's an exploration. So therefore, that's a discussion. In such discussions can happen between people of same caliber, same capacity, same level of knowledge. So there we don't have this Guru Shishya Sambandha. In the group, maybe a person may know more than the other person, but almost more or less all are at the same level, and they interested in exploring the fact. Therefore, there is a discussion. So that is one type of dialogue. This kind of discussion, which is among the people who are almost at the same level, is called Vada, a dialogue, Vada. This is a healthy discussion because all are committed to find out the truth. There is another dialogue called Jalpa. Jalpa, the dialogue between two people, they're committed to two different thinkings, beliefs. Each one of them is strongly convinced that my conclusion is final and the other person's conclusion is wrong. So therefore, each one tries to defeat the other, win over the other. So this is not a constructive dialogue, and there is no effort to arrive at the truth. Just wants to win over the other person. This is called Jalpa. It is purely based on belief, and it's a useless dialogue. That's why we cannot discuss with the people who are so particular to prove that their viewpoint or his viewpoint is correct. It is just purely, you know, it is just purely adamant, an obstinate, adamant attachment to one's belief, and there is no use which we derive out of this dialogue. This is Jalpa. There is another type of dialogue called Vitanda. This is also an unhealthy dialogue, which happens between the two person, where the one, where the first person always disagrees with the other person. He has a commitment. Yeah, commitment to disagree with other person, even though the other person you may be correct, but because of jealousy or whatever the reason, he always wants to prove the other person wrong. So here also no real benefit is derived. So this is Vitandavada. We also say in our local dialogue, Vitanda, don't do Vitanda. Just saying for the sake of saying to prove me wrong. That is Vitanda. Then the fourth type of dialogue, that is what is important, where the the real the real exploration happens, and the discussion between the two again, here two or more, but here the one must be a teacher, the others are the other one or more, the others maybe not, should be a student, should be a student or students, because this is a samvada. Therefore the relationship between the person and the other person or persons must be guru shishya sambandha. So therefore the dialogue is samvada. The student is interested in knowing the fact. He has got commitment, and he cannot himself find out. Therefore, he gives. Therefore, he gives the, the benefit of doubt and surrenders to the teacher, and the student completely accepts the teacher. The teacher represents a tradition, so therefore the student looks up to the teacher, and wants to know from the teacher the fact about this Jiva Jagat Ishvara. So there's a complete surrender, submission on the part of the student. The student has concluded, clear idea about that. I am a person who wants to learn, and the other person who is knowledgeable he teaches. So therefore, since I am the recipient, since I am the recipient of the knowledge, jnanam, so it is I who want knowledge. The other person has knowledge. So therefore there is a healthy discussion between the two person. And here it is the teacher is, when it comes to Atma Jnanam, the teacher is the Sampradaya. When it comes to other knowledge, Aparavidya, the teacher is knowledgeable person, as it is in the academic knowledge. There are also the teacher-student relationship. That is why any teacher is a teacher, the guru only. He knows more than the student. or students. But when it comes to Brahma Vidya, there is no way to prove that the teacher is knowledgeable other than knowing that the person is a sampradaya. That is why sampradaya is emphasized. So therefore, we find in almost in all the Upanishads, the teaching is in the form of a samvada. Samvada is it's a constructive dialogue, and that is samvada is between the teacher and the student when it comes to Atmajnana. In fact, even Aparavidya also between the teacher and the student. That is why we find the teaching presented in the form of a dialogue between the teacher and the student. That is why the prayer also Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunan. The two, both the student and the teacher, Shanti Pata, doing prayer, asking the Lord to endow both of them with enough capacity for one it is to give, other one to receive, and mutual understanding and the sambandha, the connection, so that the teacher can make the student see what he himself sees. So it's about presenting the vision and make the student see. The student sees the Jagat as something real. The Dvaita troubles the student. Now the teacher has to present this Jagat is nothing but Brahma. So what is there is only Brahma. It is Advaitam. And Jagat Karanam Brahma is you. But therefore, the teacher has to make the student see the fact. So therefore, the teacher guides the student carefully, step by step, and Upanishad by different prakriyas make the student arrive at the knowledge, and ultimately the student, Shastra being a pramanam, the student has no other choice but to see the fact. The thing is, the student all the way is preparing himself to have the clear vision. The vision is presented in the teaching itself. All the other processes are only to make this vision more and more clear. It's about clarity, growing clarity, as Swami used to say. It's about the clarity which grows day by day. So every time when we listen to the Upanishad, more and more clarity, we, we understand the same thing we hear, but our understanding becomes more and more deeper and subtle. So we see the fact, we see the we see the truth of the teaching. It becomes so crystal clear. That is why it's called darshanam. You see it, you understand it. Seeing is understanding. So that can happen only in the form of a dialogue. That is why we have in Kena Upanishad, there's a dialogue between the teacher and the student. Yamadharmaraja, the teacher, Nachiketa, the student. Similarly, in Mundaka, Angiras, the teacher, Shaunaka, the student. And Prashna Upanishad, Pipalada, there is only one teacher, and there are many students, 6 students. Sukesha, Satyakama, Sauryayani, Kausalya, Bhargava, Kabandi, iti. There are 6 students. But teacher is always only one. Similarly, in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna, the student is only one student, Arjuna. So therefore, there's a samvada, the teacher-student dialogue. That indicates, because the Upanishad presents a teaching in the form of a dialogue between the teacher and the student, that indicates that Atma Jnanam is to be gained only through a teacher, number one. And the student must approach the teacher and ask to be taught with the pradipatena. Samitpanagi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Gurumeva Bigachet. And second thing is, the subject matter is something it is to be understood. That is why teaching. It is not a belief. It is, if it is a belief, there is no teaching, it is only preaching. One has to swallow the belief. Because it is a belief, you cannot ask questions also. You cannot have an open, inquiring, exploring mind. Because it's a belief, you cannot explore it. If you question you, then it becomes a blasphemy. You are cursed to hell. You cannot ask any questions. You have to believe it, swallow it, helplessly. But here it is not like that because the subject matter is to be understood. And therefore, a student can have any amount of questions, any amount of questions he can ask, and he should have, in fact, an exploring mind. Explore the facts, apply our reasoning and logical thinking. But the truth, what the Upanishad reveal, cannot be proved by logic. That is another thing. But it should not be against logic also. That's why we say it is illogical, above logic. But mind, then one must have an open, inquiring mind. So similar here also in the Kena Upanishad, the teaching is presented. But here, the name of the teacher and the student is not mentioned. Teaching is involved because teaching is involved. Therefore, we have to infer. That is in the form of a dialogue between a teacher and a student whose names are not known. So, therefore, there is an unknown. There's the teacher whose name is unknown, and the student also whose name is also not known. But there is a giver, the receiver. So with that, we will start the Upanishad. And since this is in Samaveda, we have the Shanti Pata. It's a beautiful Shanti Pata. Every Shanti Pata, if you see, the Bhadram Karne Bihi, there also we ask for the healthy body, healthy mind, healthy sense organs. The sense organs should be intact, should be functional, should be operating. Till the end, one must enjoy good health, good functioning of the sense organs. Hearing should be proper, seeing, because being mumukshu. So we want to hear the Shastram, we want to study, therefore eyes should be functional. And the body should be healthy. Sthirairangai tushtuvaham sastanubihi. So in Bhadram Karne Bihi, every Shanti Pata we will see the prayer. We'll see the prayer. We'll see the prarthana, the supplication in the form of asking for good health, and the prana and the indriya and the mind should be strong, should be functional for understanding Brahma. The Jagat Karana Brahma Agamasmi. Similarly here also the Shanti Pata. Shanti Pata also directly presents this. Directly it presents, or it's a prayer asking for Jnana Yogyata Prapti. Asking the Lord to make us, to make the students a fit person, an adhikari for receiving the knowledge. So it's a prarthana. That is why this prarthana is done before the study of Upanishads. It's a prarthana, it's a prayer. Without Ishvara, nothing is possible. So we need the grace of the Lord. Ishvara anugrahadeva pumsam advaita vasana. Therefore, the prayer is important. That is why invariably all the Upanishad, the teaching begins with the prayer. So here also we have a wonderful prayer. Let us read the prayer and see what the meaning is. Om Apyayantu Mamangani.
Om Apyayantu Mamangani.
Vak Pranaschakshushrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani.
Vak Pranashchakshushotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani.
Sarvam Brahmaupanishadam.
Sarvam Brahmaupanishadam.
Maham Brahma Nirakuryam.
Maham Brahma
Nirakuryam.
Mama Brahma Nirakarot.
Mama Brahma Nirakarot.
Anirakaranamastu. Anirakaranam me astu.
Anirakaranamastu. Anirakaranam me astu.
Tadatmani nirate yamupanishadsu dharmaste mai santu.
Tadatmani
Nirateya Upanishadsu dharmaste mayi santo.
Te mai santu.
Te mayi santu.
Te mayi santo.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti
Shanti Shanti.
Mama Angani. Mama Angani, my limbs. Apyayantu. Apyayantu means grow strong. Mama Angani. Anga, the parts, the limbs. Mama Angani. Apyayantu. Apyayantu pyai dhatu. With apurvaka pyai dhatu. Vriddhau. Ityartaha. Lot lakare. Apyayantu. Meaning vriddhim prapnotu. Let them grow. Mama Angani. Grow means what? Let them grow well. Means let them be fit. For what? To pursue moksha. Let them be fit so that I can pursue knowledge. So for that sake, let them be fit so that I can pursue Shastram for gaining knowledge and therefore for moksha, ultimately moksha. So for that purpose only, Angani apyayantu vriddhim prapnotu. Yogyata Yogyatam labantu ityartha. Mama Angani. May my anga, the limbs, the parts of the body, all the body parts, grow strong, be strong. Then, not only that, Vak pranas chakshushotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani. Vak is the Vak means speech, referring to the organ of speech. Vak referring to all the karmendriyas. Vak is the karmendriya. Vak means Vagendriya. It's an upalakshana for all the karmendriya, pancha karmendriyani. May the organ of speech. It also what? Apyayantu. Karmendriyani apyayantu. So let all the organs be fit. Because there is a dialogue, the question should be asked, therefore, Vak and teaching is involved, therefore the teaching is involved, therefore the listening and then understanding, again, doubts are there, therefore questioning. In fact, approaching the teacher, the student must put question intelligently. Kasmin bhagavato vijnate sarvamidam vijnatam bhavati iti Shonaka asked. And Viveka Chudamani, the Shishya asked 6 questions. Ko nama bandhaha iti. How do they become a bandhaha? What is samsara? What is Ishvara? What is Jagat? Ultimately, who am I? He's asking. And in Nachiketa, Yayam Prete Vichikitsa Manushe Astitye Kenayam Astiti Chaitya. Asking the question, appropriate question. Therefore, should be fit. All the Karmendriyani should be fit. Should be fit enough to pursue moksha. Not only that, prana also. So prana also must be fit so that I can study properly, I can study well. Again, prana is an upalakshana for all the pancha prana. Pancha prana or dasha prana, in fact. Dasha prana. How dasha prana? Pancha prana we know. Prana, apana, vyana, udana, samanaha, pancha pranaha. What is it? Dasha prana. In Vedanta Sara, we have seen that there are some people who say there are 5 more pranas. Naga, Kurma, Tukala, Devadatta, Dhananjaya, iti, Anya pranaha. So all the pranas. So prana should be functioning, should be functionally, right? Should be functional. Should function properly. Prana is responsible for all physiological functions. So therefore, prana is important. So if you see that ultimately all the 19 parts of the Sukshma Sharira, of course, the Indriyas are, the strength of the Indriyas are asked by that. Stula is also, if the Indriyas are proper, and the Stulas also, Stula Shariram also will be proper. Because the Stulam functions because of the Sukshma Sharira. Of course, the limbs here we can, first line is Mama Angani, that is Stula. Then Vak Prana Chakshu, all these are Sukshma. Of course, when we say Chakshu, it is a Golaka as well as the Sukshma, the faculty which operates behind the eyes. Both, all are involved in the prayer. It's not strictly Stula and Sukshma. Without Sukshma, there cannot be Stula. The body cannot survive. Stula Shariram has to be there. Then only Prana also is. Then Chakshuhu, eyes, Shrotram, ears, Sarvani Indriyani, all the sense organs. Let all the sense organs function. Not all the sense organs. Let not let none of the sense organs cause me to not to pursue, put in negative way, not to pursue moksha. It means that all the sense organs be active, be energetic, be functional, so that I can pursue moksha. Let them work with me. Let all the sense organs, let all the organs be helpful in gaining this knowledge. Let me gain, let me pursue, let me undertake this pursuit successfully. So therefore, my limbs and sense organs should function well and should be conducive for moksha pursuit. Therefore, jnana anukula yogyatam prapnuvantu, balam prapnuvantu, balam is strength, balam prapnuvantu, balam, the balam is strength of the body, as well as it is the balam, not only the physical strength, of course, physical as well as inner strength, antara balam. The word balam in the Bhagavad Pada in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, he says, Balam nama Atma Vidyaya Ashesha Vishaya Drishti tiraskaranam iti. That is balam. Means the Vedaranic Upanishad says that is the strength to withstand the attraction to the sense objects. That is the power, the capacity, to overcome kama krodha. It's a big thing. So because kama krodho bhavam vegam sayukta sasuki naraha iti Gita Bhagavan says chaknoti gaivaye sodam prak sharira vimokshana kama krodho bhavam vegam sayukta sasuki naraha iti. Therefore, to withstand the power of the sense organs, its natural flow, it's not a sense object. So one must be able to withstand. That is a balam. That's what Bhashyakara says. Balam nama atma vidya ashesha vishaya drishti tiraskarana. That is balam. Therefore balam, indriyani cha sarvani. So from this, up to this prayer, if one says up to here, then we can infer, okay, this person prays for the healthy body, healthy mind, maybe for material pursuit, for artha kama, dharmartha kama. No, this person is a mumukshu, is a jignasu. The prayer is offered by a jignasu who has undertaken the study of Shastra. That requires the Sharimana Sangata must be fit. Therefore, the fitness, physical fitness, mental fitness, that is asked. Then the second part of the prayer, Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Upanishadam Sarvam Brahma. Upanishadam. Upanishadam, the word is a Tadita word. Upanishadam, of the Upanishad, Brahma of the Upanishads. Upanishadam Brahma. It is Upanishad reveals Brahma. Brahma revealed by the Upanishad. Sarvam, that is everything. Brahma is the karanam of everything. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. So, what is the means to know that Brahma? Only Upanishad. Therefore, the Pratipadya, Upanishada Pratipadya Vishayam is Brahma, and Brahma is everything, Jagat Karanam. So, may I know that. Sarvam Brahma Upanishad. Upanishad is only means to know Brahma, and everything is Brahma. Therefore, that Brahma, Aham Brahma Nirakuryam. Agam Ma Nirakuryam. Again, it is Vidilim, Nirakuryam, Kuryat, Kuryatam, Kuryuhu, Nir Apurvaka, Krudatu, Vidilim, Nirakuryam, dismiss. Ma Nirakuryam. Let me not dismiss Brahma, may not reject Brahma, may not be indifferent to Brahma. There is no upeksha, non-difference, indifference, negligence of Brahma by me. Sarvam Brahma, the Upanishad says. So I should not reject this Brahma, which is everything. Sarvam Brahma, Advaitam Brahma, Sarvam. Sarvam Brahma is everything. Brahma eva. So let me not dismiss. Means, may I have the the the, the may I have the buddhi to accept what Shastra says. Let me not have ashraddha, because shraddhavan labate jnanam. I must have shraddha. Shraddha is the first thing. So without shraddha, one cannot pursue Shastram. What Shastram reveals is Brahma. That's why Upanishadam Brahma it is. Brahma revealed by the Shastram, therefore Upanishadam. Upanishada Pratipaditam. There's no way to know Brahma other than Shastram. So because I have Shraddha, therefore I accept. If I don't have Shraddha, If I doubt the words of the Shastra, even though the Shastra is ready to help me, because I don't have Shraddha, therefore I will dismiss Brahma and therefore I will dismiss the Shastra. So let me not do it. It means we require the grace of the Lord. May not be deprived of the grace of the Lord. That is the idea. The grace, Kripa is required. Ishvara Anugraha, Nirakuryam. Nirakuryam means deny. Let me not deny. Or we can say, explain this. Let me not be negligent, or let me not be the lethargic in pursuing Brahma. In the beginning, I pursue with all energy. I pursue with all energy and interest, enthusiasm. Aramba Suraha, most of the people are Aramba Suraha. But later, slowly, that interest slowly diminishes. So let me not be. Prarabhyate nakhalu vigna bhayena nichaihi. The Patrari says, Prarabhyate nakhalu vigna bhayena nichaihi. Prarabhya vigna vigata viramanti madhyaha. Vignaihi punah punarapi pratihanyamanaha. Prarabdha uttama janaha na parityajanti. Uttama janaha na parityajanti. Whatever they have undertaken, they will not give up. Uttama janaha. Natu aramba suraha. So till the end, one has to continuously put effort and should have commitment to gain it, to know it. So therefore, let me not deny. This Bhartara is a shloka, Niti Shataka. This the Sanskritam infant also we have seen. This is a nice one. Prarabhyate nakula vigna bhaya nichaihi. As a student, all these Subhashitams we memorized. So I remember this. I taught this Subhashitam to some school students also. That's a good one. The three the types of people are talked about. One type of people, they will not undertake any task because they are afraid of obstacles. Second type of people, they undertake, but because of obstacles, they stop in between. Whereas third type of people, the Uttama Janaha, Vignehi Punarapunaha, Punaha api Pratyanyamanaha, even though they are bombarded with obstacles, repeated obstacles. Uttama Janaha, yat arabhyate, tatana parityajan. They will not give up. So that tenacity is very important. So that should continue till the end is reached. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. As Vivekananda said, therefore, Maham, Brahma Nirakuryam, let me not deny, dismiss, let me not be negligent. And also, Nirakuryam, it means negate, Natras Kuryam. May I not negate Brahma, the pursuit of Brahma, and go for some other pursuit, Brahmartha Kama. May not be influenced by any other external things, external as well as internal, and negate Brahma. So, Ma Nirakuryam, na Tiraskuryam. Similarly, Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Mama Brahma Nirak. Brahma, Ma Nirakarot. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Ma is Mama, that Ma. Me. Let not Brahma deny me. Brahma is Ishvara, Parameshwara. Let not Parameshwara deny me. How can Parameshwara deny me? Means let not the grace of Ishvara. Let me not be deprived of the grace of Ishvara. May be a person always deserving person to receive the grace of the Lord. In fact, we need 4 types of grace. We said, talked about in the beginning, in other context, Ishvara Kripa. Ishvara Kripa is required. A Shastra Kripa, Guru Kripa, Atma Kripa. When these four Kripa grace are there for a person, that person must know Brahma. Ishvara Kripa is required, therefore only Guru. Guru is there, therefore Shastra. And the person approaches the teacher and asking for knowledge is a mumukshu, Atma Kripa also. There is a strong urge to know the truth of Atma Kripa. Therefore, all the four Kripa. So, therefore, Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Let not Brahma, let not Bhagavan reject me. In fact, Bhagavan doesn't reject. It is also adhyasa. The pratna itself, there is an adhyasa. Can Bhagavan reject us? Not possible. Bhagavan cannot reject us. We can reject. That is why we have a notion that Bhagavan may reject, Bhagavan may not be happy with us. Therefore, it's a projection, it's an adhyasa. Therefore, this is prayer. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. In fact, to think that Bhagavan denies us, itself is a blasphemy. How can Bhagavan reject me? Bhagavan cannot reject me because I am not separate from Bhagavan. So how can Bhagavan reject me? But that thought also it is there. So therefore the prayer. Mama Brahma Nirakarot. Let me be a fit person. Let me be acceptable. Let me be acknowledgeable by the Lord. Let me feel, or we can say, let me feel that I am blessed. That feeling is required. I am a blessed person. That is important to have some self-recognition. You have to feel that you are blessed. Anagrigitos me iti. And of course, when it comes to Guru has to accept. So therefore, let not Guru reject me. We go to the teacher that with the Samit Paniki, Pradipatena, then the Guru say, no, I will not teach you. He may dismiss us. Possible. When we apply for the course, not all the applications are accepted. Many are filtered. So therefore, the Nirakaranam. Let me know. Let the Lord may not, let the Guru may not dismiss me. That is the supplication prayer here. And Anirakaranam astu. Anirakaraname astu. Anirakaranam, Nirakaranam, na Nirakaranam, Anirakaranam. Anirakaranam is let there be no denial by me. Let there be no denial by 2 times it is repeated. Magam Brahma Nirakuryam, Mama Brahma Nirakarot, Anirakaranam me astu, Anirakaranam me astu. So, Nirakaranam mastu. Let there not be rejection of me. Let me not reject the Lord. Let me not reject the Upanishad. So it means let not the karma influence me, prarabdha influence me and make me forgetful of the pursuit. Because this forgetfulness is a curse. Even though we pursue in the beginning serious all the teachings we receive. Because of forgetfulness, we become a normal person when we deal with people in the Vyavahara. We forget the teaching and becomes so materialistic, forgetfulness. That moment we forget Viveka, Vairagya, like as the Gita Bhagavan said, Jayato Vishayan Pumsaha, Sankasteshu Pajayate, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha, Kamat Krodo Bijayate, Krodat Bhavati Sammogaha, Sammogat Smriti Vibramaha. Smriti Vramshat Buddhinashaha. Buddhinashat, a person spiritually perishes, Vinashyati, forgetfulness. That moment overpowered by desire, anger. So that is because of the lack of Vairagya, Viveka. So therefore, Anirakaranam, that happens there. So let me not reject the Lord. Let me be aware. Always be aware of the Lord. So therefore, awareness. Let me be aware of what the Lord has given. All this, the wealth. This Sharirvana Sangata is a wealth, and all the Viveka Vairagya Sampatti wealth. So let me multiply this and grow all the way to receive this jnanam, atma jnanam, may become a fit person. And that is asked further. Tatatmani nirate ya upanishadsu dharmas te mai santu. Upanishadsu dharma te mai santu. Te dharmaha. Te dharmaha. Dharma is virtues, values. That is taught in the Upanishad. Ye Upanishads. It's taught in the Upanishads. Mai santu. Let it be in me. Let it be in me. May it find abundantly in me. Let me be a repository of all the virtues. It means, may it be a adhikari. Sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha asmi. It's a prayer, prathanam. Tadatmanirate mayi. The one who is committed to this Brahmatra Jnanam, as I am committed, I need certain qualities, which are mentioned in the Upanishad. Shantaha, Dantaha, Upratihi, Bhutva iti. Shanto, Danto, Uprati, Bhutva. Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Titiksha, Sagaram Sarva Dukkhanam. Samadhanam, Chitta Samadhanam. All these are the virtues. Of course, in the 13th chapter of the Gita, Amanittam, Adamnittam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Rajavam, all the 20 virtues. These virtues, these are required. They may santu, let them be with me. This capacity, let them grow and be with me. And this is what accounts for one's Atma Balam, inner strength that is required. In the absence of this, other things may encroach our buddhi, and our buddhi will become too much crowded with all nonsense. Therefore, these values should be cultivated. Therefore, asking the Lord that may I develop the Adhikaritvam, may increase Adhikaritvam, may become the Adhikari, so that the Upanishad blesses me with knowledge. So therefore, Dharmaha, Te Dharmaha, it is known, therefore that's why pronoun is used. It is not something unknown. Te Dharmaha, Ye Upanishadsu. Those qualities, those values, virtues, attitudes, which are Prakashitaha in the Upanishad. Mai santu, let them be in me. Atmani nirate, for whom? For the one who is committed. Nirate, I've got nishta, I've got commitment, I have love for this knowledge. So therefore, let all these values be in abundant measure in me, that accounts for my strength, so that I can pursue without any hiccup, overcoming all the obstacles, particularly Adhyatmika. Of course, Adidevika, Adibhautika obstacles are there, therefore three Shanti. So therefore three Shanti, Adidevika, Adibhautika, Adhyatmika, Pratibandha Nivrityartham, Shanti. So three Shanti to avoid threefold Pratibandha. Adidevika, the obstacles which come from the external sources over which we don't have any control. The forces of the elemental, of the natural forces. Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Adi Bhautika, which have come from external world only, but maybe because of people or some animals over which we have some control, we can do prayer and we can nullify them. And Adhyatmika, all these Adhyatmika, Atma Balam Adhyatmika. From Adhyatmika is the obstacles which can arise from one subject. One can be an obstacle. Therefore, Atma Kripa. So Adhyatmika can be because of some uneasiness of the stula, or even the unpreparedness with regard to the mind, etc. Therefore, all those are pratibandha. The worries, concerns may obstruct us from fixing the mind on the teaching. Therefore, all these are Adhyatmika Pratibandha. Therefore, Nivrityartham, Sri Shantihi. So, therefore, here we can see the prayer itself, we ask for sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. And while discussing Kena Upanishad, Bhashyakara shows that the means are much useful, but the means are not moksha. The effort involved in cultivating all these virtues, they are important. They are the means. Without the means, there cannot be the end. Therefore, the means have to be proper so that the end is accomplished. Even though the means are not the moksha, they don't constitute moksha, but the means are important. So the means to gain, that's why karma yoga and upasana, karma yoga chitta shuddhi, upasana for chitta nischalyam. But ultimately ultimately moksha is only by jnana. Mokshaya jnanam apekshate. That is why even in the beginning we say Om. Om is avati rakshati iti Om. May the Lord protect us. How? By giving jnanam. Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam. Shabda Pramana Vishayam Brahma. Upanishadam Brahma. Shabdam Brahma. Jagat Karanam Brahma. There is no other Pramana other than Shastram to know that. Because Brahma is Anadigata Vastu. Therefore Shraddha is required. So therefore Shraddha, therefore the prayer is, let me not be carried away by any wrong thinking or wrong the faith, wrong belief. So it can distract the person in the pursuit. That's why ma brahma nirakarot, maham brahma nirakuryam. So therefore let me successfully take up this pursuit and enjoy the grace of the Lord all the way. That is the prayer. So with this prayer, the Upanishad begins. So this prayer we will chant. This prayer, as I know, it doesn't have any swara, but it is chanted this way. Then after the prayer, then the Upanishad begins. But as in the other Upanishad, we will see Samandha Bhashya, otherwise called Avataradika Bhashya, introductory. Why do we need introduction? You can directly start the mantra. Why Bhashyakara gives an introduction? Even the Upanishad we are seeing in Mundaka also, here also. Because what has gone must be known, and what is going to come, that also has to be known. And between them, what is the connection? That has to be shown. That is why. So Bhashyakara gives the connection because we study Upanishad, Vedanta shows the connection between Veda Purva and Veda Anta. Since Veda are divided into two, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda, Veda Purvaha and Jnana Kanda, Vedanta. In Vedanta, only this Brahma Vidya is talked about. Therefore, the connection has to be shown between the two. Veda Purva Bhaga, where karma is presented, karma and upasana. Following that Vedanta, Vedasya Antima Bhaga, the Sambandha between the two. So, and that Sambandha is, that's why it's called Sambandha Bhashya. Sambandha. Means what connection is that? What Sambandha? Sambandha is that for a Vedika who has been pursuing this Veda Purva, Karma Yoga, Karma Kanda of the Veda, leading the life of a brahmacharya, Grihastha and Vanaprastha. Then he comes to Vedanta and Sannyasa Ashrama. There's a krama, order. So when it comes to Sannyasa Ashrama, the last phase, then whatever he has done before, that he has gives up and takes some another. When can he give up? What that takes him? The sambandha has to be shown. The Veda Purva, the karma must have done its job so that the person is ready now to take up to jnana. when, what, all those things are to be shown. And what is talked about in the Veda Purva has to be shown, and what is going to be talked about in Vedanta has to be shown. That way, this Sambandha, this connection is presented in the Bhashya. That's why it's called Sambandha Bhashya. Upakramanika, Avataраnika Iti, Bhashya. And as I told before, this is a Brahmana Bhaga of the Veda Samaveda. And the Brahmana portion has got 9 chapters. Brahmana Bhaga of the Veda, 9 chapters. The first 8 chapters deal with karma and upasana. The first 8 chapter of the Brahmana Bhaga of the Samaveda, there the Shaka, that also important, Talavakara Shaka. In the Talavakara Shaka of the Samaveda, Talavakara Shaka, or we can call by Jaiminiya Shaka, another name. That has got Brahmana Bhaga, which has got 9 chapters. And there are some versions. Some people say 10 chapters. But here Bhashyakara is referring to the 9-chaptered Brahmana part, Brahmana Bhaga. So 9 chapters. The first 8 chapters deal with karma and upasana. And the 9th chapter is Vedanta, Upanishad. So therefore, Sambandha Bhashya connects these two parts. The first part is useful for the pursuit of the second part. The first 8 chapters, which talked about karma and upasana, that are useful for the sadhaka to cultivate chitta shuddhi and chitta nishchalya. Therefore, now he can proceed the next chapter, 9th chapter. So, karma and upasana are, when karma and upasana becomes a means, it becomes a sadhana when it is performed with yoga buddhi. And therefore, that becomes a means so that the person gains the yogita and pursue the next, becomes to the Vedanta Upanishad 9th chapter. So that is the Sambandha. Therefore, here the Bhashyakara shows the connection between the first part and the second part. Let us begin the Bhashyam. Kene Shitam Ityadi Upanishad
केनेषितम्
केनेषितम् इत्यादि
उपनिषत्
उपनिषत्
Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya iti.
परब्रह्मविषया
परब्रह्मविषया
वक्तव्या इति
वक्तव्या इति
Navama Adhyayasya Arambha.
नवम अध्यायस्य
नवमस्य
आरम्भः
आरम्भः
Ityadyopanishad. Okay. The Adya Upanishad. Okay. Not Ityadi. Anyway, Ityadya, because Upanishad Srilinga. So therefore, Ityadya Upanishad. Then just a compound, of course. The Adya Upanishad. Or Iti Adya plus Upanishad, Adya Upanishad. Ityadya, Iti plus Adya plus Upanishad, Ityadya Upanishad. So means Kena Ishitam. That is the first mantra. So Ityadya. So the Upanishad begins with the word Kena. Kena Ishitam, Kene Ishitam. That's why Ityadya Upanishad. Upanishad starts with Kene Ishitam. That is the Ityadya Upanishad. Not Ityad. Ityad. That's why Ityad. The Upanishad starts with the word Kene Ishitam. And the subject matter of the Upanishad is Parabrahma. Brahma is the Vishaya. Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya should be told. Vaktavya should be taught. Taught means what is subject matter? Parabrahma. Parabrahma Vishaya. Upanishad beginning with Kena Shitam as a subject matter to unfold, to taught, to teach. What is that? Brahma. Parabrahma. iti Navamadhyayasya Arambha. So 9th chapter starts. So Parabrahma Vishaya, the subject matter is Parabrahma. The knowledge of Brahma alone gives moksha. Moksha is only by Jnanam. Moksha is Jnanam Apekshate. What about the 8 chapters? 8 chapters, the first 8 chapters do not give moksha. It only gives the preparedness. It prepares you. It is only the means for preparing yourself to come to Vedanta. Therefore, Navamadhyayasya Arambha. Otherwise, Navamadhyayasya itself not required. Without this, that moksha is not possible. Without the knowledge. Therefore, 9th chapter is required. So you have to tell the necessity, the need for the next chapter. That's what Vashikaras connects by Sambandha Bhashya. Connects each chapter, connects each shloka, as in Gita, Upanishad, in Brahma Sutra, everything he connects. So now, up to 8 chapters, Ashtama Adhyaya Paryantam, Karma Upasana, Karma Cha Upasana Cha, Karma Upasana Ukta. Idani, Parabrahma Vishaya Bhaktavya. Now, Parabrahma Vishaya to be taught. So therefore, Navamadhyayasya Arambha Kriyate. Navamadhyasya. Who does the Arambha? Who begins? Veda, Samaveda begins the 9th chapter because it has a commitment to teach Parabrahma. And this is cannot be known by the 8th chapter. Therefore, since they cannot give moksha, what can they give? They can give palam, which are limited. They can give the palam, loka palam or anya loka palam, sarga loka ityadi. Or chitta shuddhi, if a person is a mumukshu, chitta nischalya. But when it comes to moksha, only by Vedanta, that come to Upanishad. Therefore, ityadya Upanishad, jeneshitam iti shabdaha, adya. Adya means in the beginning. Adya Upanishad. The Upanishad having the Adya, the first word, which is Keneshitam. Therefore, Keneshitam Ityadya Upanishad. Okay. So, Keneshitam Ityadya Upanishad referring to the Kena Upanishad. Keneshitam Ityadya Upanishad is referring to Kena Upanishad. The Upanishad beginning with the Kena Ishitam, iti Adya in the beginning, iti Adya Yasya Upanishad, Saha Upanishad, Ityadya Upanishad, Keneshitam. What is the Ityadya? What is the beginning? What is the first word? Keneshitam. So, therefore, Navamadhyayasya Arambha. Therefore, the first 8 chapters, it's a means to come to the 9th chapter. According to the Vedika, according to Veda, for a Vedika person, we don't go through 8 chapters, but we assume that we have the mental setup of that person who has followed the 8 chapters, who performed the karma of the Veda and the Kinchita should be the same thing we have with it, we assume and pursue the 9th chapter. We have to take it that way because we don't do any karma or upasana. We do some simple puja to some extent, some Veda Vigita karma. Therefore, we say we have relatively accomplished this sadhana chatushtaya sampatti relative. Of course, it's growing. It's a growing thing. But here it is, since it is Veda Vedika, a person passing through all the karma, the stages, is a grown-up person, grows over. So the 8 chapters are the Hetu, and Hetumat is 9th chapter. Since there is Hetumat, Sambandha, therefore Sambandha Bhashya. One thing connects to the other. One is a Hetu, other one is Hetumat. So ninth one is Hetumat, which has the Hetu, and Hetu is the 8th chapter. So Hetu means Hetu Mat is the one Mat Pratyaya, Hetu Mat, that which has the Hetu. The ninth chapter is a Hetu Mat, which has the Hetu, the cause, that is the 8 chapters, the Karmakanda as well as Upasana. So that becomes a means to arrive at the ninth chapter. So Navama Adhyayasya Arambaha. So the Karmakanda has done its job. Therefore, Karmakanda's Prayojanam is gained. Now, Jnanakandasya Pravritti. So, wanting to know Brahma by which one becomes free, therefore, if the person is a Mumukshu seeker, therefore, there's a Prayojanam in knowing Brahma, therefore, there is a pursuit. Therefore, only the next chapter, Jnanakanda begins. See, Navamadhyayasya Arambaha means it is a Adhikari in Adhikari, he inquires into the teaching. So when it comes to Adhikari, it means the Karmakanda of the Veda. There must be Anubandha Chatushtayam. The first 8 chapter of the Karmakanda. The 9th chapter is Vedanta. Do they have same Anubandha Chatushtaya? No. They don't have same Anubandha Chatushtaya. Why? Because the Karmakanda Anubandha Chatushtaya is, the Vishaya is different. Adhikari is different. Prayojanam also different. Sambandha also different. So the 4 are different. Sadhana Sadhya, if you take Karma Kanda, it is Dharma Artha Kama. So that is the end, and the Karma Kanda provides the sadhanam for the end, limited ends. So what about the Vedanta? Vedanta talk about the Atma, which is an accomplished. It is Siddhasya Siddhi, therefore Vittasya Vittihi, it is already accomplished. It has to be known. Therefore it is not something to be gained. It is to be known. Therefore Jnana Vishaya. So in Karmakanda, karma is involved. Here Jnanam is involved. And therefore Vishaya is different. Adhikari who pursues is different. And Prayojanam also is different because it is Dharmartha Kama, Ikamutra Palam also. That is the Prayojanam for Prayojanam of Karmakanda. But here it is Moksha. Prayojanam is Moksha, freedom. And Sambandha, of course, it is different. Karmakanda is as a Sambandha of Chodaka Chodya Sambandha. Karmakanda motivates a person for doing karma. And performing the karma, you get the results. The results, prayojanam, which are limited. The benefits what the person derives. What about Vedanta? Vedanta, that sambandha is pratipadaka pratipadya sambandha. Therefore, the anubandha chatushtayam of both the kandas are different. Some people, they say it is same. They are ekashastravadi. For them, the karma is the tatparya of the Veda. Therefore, they look upon the entire Veda as one shastra. But we say no. We are not ekashastravadi, but we are shastra dvayavadi. This should be looked upon as 2 shastras. So, all this necessitates the introduction, the Sambandha Bhashya. Because the Sambandha is the connection is there, Bhashakara presence, and therefore Anubandha Chatushtaya, everything will be talked about. Completely different. Anubandha Chatushtayas are different. Therefore, after, if you see the beautifully how in the Brahma Sutra it is presented, Athato Brahma Jignasa. Athato Brahma Jignasa. Therefore, thereafter, Brahma Vidya. It means the Anubandha Chatushtayam, which is required for the pursuit of Karmakanda of the Veda, is different. And after that, the Karmakanda of the Veda, where Adhikari is different, Prayojanam, everything is different. After that, a person, Brahma Jignasa, then he starts Vedanta. He pursues, the person pursues Brahma Jignasa. Karmakanda is Dharma Jignasa. After Dharma Jignasa, because one has to be a Dharmika person, one has to follow the values, principles, one has to have the One has to cultivate sadhana chatushtayam, some sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. If a person is a mumukshu, otherwise he can pursue all the parichinna pala. After analyzing all this, pariksha lokan karma chitan, that is athato, ataha, atha. That is what is karma kanda. After understanding the limitations, pravayate adada yagya rupaha, as we saw in Mundaka, all these are pravahayate. It is all fragile. The palam is fragile, subject to perish. That's why fragile it is. So after understanding the limitation, now the person gains maturity and comes to Vedanta. Therefore, what he can gain through karma kanda is different from what he gains through jnana kanda. Jnana kanda gives moksha, karma kanda makes him continue to be a samsari. Therefore, subject matter is different, and therefore adhikar is different. Everything is different. That is sambandha has to be shown. That is sambandha bhashya. The need for the bhashya has to be told. To be what is the need? If the question is asked, what is the need for sambandha bhashya? Already known. It has to be shown. Not known. Because you have to tell that this is not Eka Shastram, it is Shastra Dvayam. Because Shastra Dvayam, therefore, when the Chatushtayas are different. Therefore, the first 8 chapters of the Brahmana Bhaka of the Vedas, then the job for the person who pursues, he in fact, as a Jignasu, he takes care of the means, that is Yogyata. Then he comes to the real, the means, that is Shravanam, that is Shastram, through which only he gains Jnanam, therefore moksha. Therefore, without the first one, the second one is not possible, and the second one is the means that is for moksha. Therefore, that has to be shown. This is a sequence, it will be shown. So, therefore, Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya, that's a subject matter. Subject matter is different. That one word, Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya, it means what the Vishaya of the eight chapters are different. They must be different. Parabrahma, it's not Parabrahma Vishaya. Therefore, that's very clear from that statement. Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya. Therefore, subject matter is different. Vishaya is different. When Vishaya is different, what about the Adhikari? Adhikari also must be different. Vishaya is different. Therefore, Prayojanam also must be different. And because it's Karmakanda, therefore, Chodara Chodya Lakshanam Karmakanda of the Veda. Whereas here, Pratipadaka Pratipadya Sambandha also different. So, one small word, Parabrahma Vishaya Vaktavya. From that we can infer so many things. So, Niti Navama Adhyayasya Arambaha. Then the next line. Let us read the next line also. Prag etasmat
Prage tasmat
karmani asheshataha parisamapitani
karmani
कर्माण्यशेषतः
asheshataha
परिसमापितानि
parisamapitani
samasta karmashraya bhutasya cha
samasta karmashaya
समस्तकर्माश्रयभूतस्य
bhutasya cha
pranasya
प्राणस्य
pranasya
upasanani uktani
उपासनानि
upasanani
उक्तानि
uktani
karmanga sama vishayani cha.
karmanga sama
कर्माङ्गसामविषयाणि च
vishayani cha.
So Bhashikara tells here what is taught, what is presented in the first part, in 8 chapters. After that, only 9th chapter starts. Therefore, Prag. Kasmat Prag. Navama Adhyayataha Prag. Before the 9th chapter. Before the 9th chapter, what is there? It is karma. Therefore, karmani asheshataha, completely. Parisamapitani, covered, dealt with, completed. So, karma kanda is completely dealt before. It's over. Pranasya, samasta karmashaya bhutasya pranasya upasanani uktani. Upasana also, uktani, taught. And upasana of what? Pranasya, prana is, prana upasana. Prana upasana, prana means Hiranyagarbha. Ishvaraha, Hiranyagarbha upasana. which is the ashraya bhuta. Ashraya, the support for all the karma. Without prana, karma is not possible. Samashti prana is the basis. It is there, therefore only all the actions happen. Without prana, you cannot even move a limb. Not possible. That is why when we say prana leaves the shariram, means the sharira becomes jadam. So samashti prana and vishti prana. Samashti prana, hiranyagarbha, that alone manifests in the individual as vishti prana. So activities are impossible without prana. And therefore, hiranyagarbha upasana, which is hiranyagarbha, which is that is prana, the word means hiranyagarbha, which is the ashaya of all the karma. Samasta karmashaya bhutasya. Samastanam karmanam ashaya bhutaha. Yasya, bhutasya, yasya pranasya. Sa prana upasana. Sa prana upasana. Sa prana upasana uktani. Uktani taught, mentioned, told. Not only that. Karmanga sama vishayani cha. There is a karma anga. Karmanga vishayani. Sama vishaya. Karmanga vishayani cha. Vishaya, the Vishaya, which is karmanga. Limb. Anga is limb. So, karmanga vishayani. Also, the Vishaya, karmanga Vishaya, that is upasana, which is a karmanga Vishaya. Upasana, the meditations which are the part of the karmanga, karmasyanga, karmanga Vishayani, part of karma. As in the Kena Upanishads, when Nachiketa has the means to go to the Sargaloka, the karma, Nachiketa, the Himadharmaraja, he taught him with upasana, by which the phalam is superior than that. So when a karma is performed with upasana, the phalam is greater. So karmanga vishayani. Upasana is a part of the karmanga. And that is the vishaya of the 8 chapters. The preceding 8 chapters. Prag, etasmat prag. All these were uktani, mentioned, taught. Okay. Then what? Then we will see next class. Stop here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.